Hello everyone, welcome to your channel Botany Now. This is Jyotirmay Nanda. In the previous series, we have discussed the different branches in biology. In this series, we'll talk about the important abbreviations in biology and also the meaning of all these abbreviations. So don't forget to like, share and comment in the comment box. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to this channel for more video and press the bell icon for notification. So first is ATP. The full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate. This ATP was discovered in 1920 and it is found in mitochondria. This ATP captures chemical energy obtained from the breakdown of food molecules and releases it to fuel other cellular processes. तो ये खाद्य पदार्थर ब्रेकडाउन होबा द्वारा जो केमिकल एनर्जी रिलीज हुए ताहाको एटीपी कैप्चर करी रखी थाए. देन जितेबाला बॉडी रे अदर सेल्युलर प्रोसेसेस होता है दैट इज द डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन ट्रांसक्रिप्शन मॉलिक्यूलर ट्रांसपोर्ट यही सब सेल्युलर प्रोसेसेस पई एनर्जी दरकार हुए एवं यही एनर्जी आमे एटीपी रो पाई थाउ. देन एडीपी द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ एडीपी इज adenosine diphosphate. We already knew that the ATP has 3 phosphate molecule. ATP रे रहिछि 3टा phosphate molecule. Adenosine triphosphate माने 3टा phosphate molecule रहिछि. When ATP molecule splits off one of its 3 phosphate, it becomes ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate, and a inorganic phosphate molecule. Then AMP, the full form of AMP is adenosine monophosphate. जेतेबेले ATP डाउन होबो एथिरे गोटिए फॉस्फेट मॉलिक्यूल जदि रहिला देन ताको आमे कहबा adenosine monophosphate. It is also the organic component of ATP. AMP combines with the inorganic phosphate to form the ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate and adenosine triphosphate. Then the fourth one is 2,4-D. The full form of 2,4-D is 2,4-dichlorophenolic acetic acid. It is a common pesticide or herbicide used in the control of broadleaf weeds. Broadleaf weeds होची कौन ना अनवांटेड प्लांट्स जोड़ा कि लॉन रे एवं गार्डन रे ही थाए एवं एही वीड को इजीली इराडिकेट करिबा पाई आमे 2,4-डाइक्लोरोफिनॉक्सी एसिटिक एसिड रो यूज करिथाउ. देन ABA. The full form of ABA is abscisic acid. This abscisic acid is a plant hormone. It helps in the plant's developmental process including seed and bud dormancy, and also it controls the stomatal closure. Stomatal closing रे मध्य abscisic acid help करिथाय. Then AIDS. The full form of AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It is a chronic life-threatening condition which is caused by the human immunodeficiency virus known as HIV virus. This virus damages our immune system. It lowers the body's ability to fight against infection and disease. यही HIV virus आमर immune system को लो कर दे थाए जहाँ फल कि आमर बॉडी इन्फेक्शन और डिजीज एगेंस्ट रे फाइट करि पारे नाही एंड यही डिजीज HIV virus द्वारा ही थाए. Then ACTH. The full form of ACTH is adrenocorticotropic hormone. This hormone is produced in the anterior or front pituitary gland in the brain. Then ADH. The full form of ADH is antidiuretic hormone. It is produced by the hypothalamus in the brain and stored and released in the posterior pituitary gland at the base of the brain. It acts on the kidneys to control the amount of water excreted in the urine. आम बॉडी रू जिते बेले एक्सेस अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर लॉस हो जाए यूरिन द्वारा सेटा को प्रिवेंट करता है कि एंटी डायरेटिक हार्मोन. देन बीसीजी. द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ बीसीजी इज वासाइल कालमेट ग्वेरिन. It is a vaccine for tuberculosis disease, which is also known as TB. This vaccine is usually given around birth to prevent severe TB in infants. जन्मरू 10 weeks भितरे पिलामानकु BCG टीका दिया जाइଥାଏ. It increase the vaccine induced immune response. 1900 रे आल्बर्ट कालमेट एंड कामाइल ग्वेरिन द्वारा बीसीजी डिस्कवर करा जाइतिला एवं तांकरी ना अनुसार बीसीजी रो ना रखा जाइतिला वासाइल कालमेट ग्वेरिन. देन बीएचसी. फॉर्म ऑफ बीएचसी इज बेंजीन हेक्साक्लोराइड. It is used both as an agricultural insecticide and as a pharmaceutical treatment for lice and scavenge. Then BOD. The full form of BOD is biological oxygen demand. It represents the amount of oxygen consumed by bacteria and other microorganisms while they decompose organic matter under aerobic conditions. If the level of BOD is high, the oxygen is rapidly depleted. जेतेबेले ऑक्सीजन रा अमाउंट लो ही जीवो aquatic habitat रे रहितबा aquatic organisms माने properly oxygen पाई परिबे नाही. So when the oxygen content become low, these aquatic organisms become stressed, suffocate and die. Then BSI. The full form of BSI is Botanical Survey of India. It is a research organization under the Ministry of Government and Forest. Government of India carry out taxonomic and floristic studies on wild plant resources of the country. Botanical Survey of India 13th February 1890 रे फॉर्मेशन करा जाइतिला एवं एହାର हेडक्वार्टर कोलकाता रे रहिछि. Then CAM. The full form of CAM is Crassulacean acid metabolism. It is a carbon fixation pathway and it includes the plant like orchids, cactus, etc. Then CFC. The full form of CFC is chlorofluorocarbon. We have already known that ozone layer protects the earth from sun's ultraviolet radiation. आमे समस्ते जानिचे सूर्यंकर अल्ट्रावायोलेट रेडिएशन रु पृथ्वी पृष्ठ को ओजोन लेयर प्रोटेक्ट करी रखी थाए. And the CFC, that is the chlorofluorocarbon, breaks down the ozone layer. So it is a harmful chemical. The most common sources of CFCs are refrigerants, aircraft, aerosols that emits the CFC into the atmosphere. So it is a harmful chemical for the earth. Then CNS. The full form of CNS is Central Nervous System. Nervous system is divided into two parts, that is the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. So the central nervous system is a part of nervous system consisting primarily of the brain and the spinal cord. Then CPCB. The full form of CPCB is Central Pollution Control Board. This board provides technical services to the Ministry of Environment and Forest. It also promotes the cleanliness of streams and wells in different areas of the states by prevention, control and abatement of water pollution. Pollution control करिबा पई एही बोर्ड मुख्य भूमिका ग्रहण करछि. रिवर, स्ट्रीम, वेल एटसेट्रा क्लीन रहुछि कि नाही ताहा मध्य एही बोर्ड द्वारा चेक करा जाय थाए. देन DDT. The full form of DDT is dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane. It has proven our most effective weapon by killing the Anopheles mosquitoes that spread malaria. Malaria spread करुथिबा मशा को DDT kill करिथाए. It presents no health risk when used properly. एहाकू आमे 6 मासरे थरे यूज करि परिबा एवं तार अमाउंट होची 2 ग्राम पर मीटर स्क्वायर एंड ओनली वन स्प्रे द्वारा आमे malaria causing mosquitoes को प्रिवेंट करि परिबा. Then DLC. The full form of DLC is differential leukocyte count. Leukocyte is known as white blood cells. These cells play an important role in our immune system. These leukocytes fight infections by attacking bacteria, viruses and microbes which enters into the body. एही टेस्ट द्वारा आमे WBC दैट इज व्हाइट ब्लड सेल रा परसेंटेज ब्लड रे केते अछि सेटा मध्ये कैलकुलेट करि परिबा. इट आल्सो डिटेक्ट इमैच्योर WBC and abnormalities such as anemia, leukemia and various infections. Then DNA. The full form of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. It is the chemical name for the molecule that carries genetic information in all the living things. It also stores information for making other large molecules which is known as proteins. Then DPD. The full form of DPD is diffusion pressure deficit. This term was coined by B.S. Mayer. It denotes the potential ability of the molecules or ions of any substance to diffuse from an area of their higher concentration to the area of their lower concentration. Then ECG. The full form of ECG is electrocardiogram. It is a test that can be used to check your heart's rhythm and electrical activity generated by the heart when it contracts. And the machine that records the patient's ECG is called an electrocardiograph. When fat deposition takes place in arteries, it makes the artery narrow or decrease the flow of blood into the heart. Artery मध्य देई oxygenated blood heart को flow होइथाए. जेते बेले artery रे fat deposition होई जाए artery narrow होई जाए and properly blood heart को flow करी पारे नाही. एहा को मध्य हमें ECG test द्वारा जानी परिबा. Then ELISA. The full form of ELISA is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. This test is used to detect the antibodies or the infectious agents in blood. What is the antibody? Antibody is a protein produced by the body's immune system when it detects the harmful substances called antigen. ଏହି ଟେଷ୍ଟ ଦ୍ୱାରା ଆମେ ଜାଣିପାରୁ ବଡିକୁ ଭାଇରସ୍ ଆଟାକ୍ କରିଛି କି ନାହିଁ. Then ER, the full form of ER is endoplasmic reticulum. This organelle is present in the cytoplasm of eukaryotic cell. It helps in the synthesis, folding, modification and transport of proteins. Then ETS, the full form of ETS is electron transport system. It is also known as electron transport chain, and it is a series of complexes that transfer electrons from electron donor to electron acceptor via redox reactions across the membrane. Then FAD. The full form of FAD is flavin adenine dinucleotide. It is a coenzyme associated with various proteins that are involved with several important enzymatic reactions in the metabolism. Then FMN. The full form of FMN is flavin mononucleotide. It is a biomolecule produced from riboflavin, that is vitamin B2, by the enzyme riboflavin kinase. It is a blue light photoreceptor from the conventional photoreceptor. Then FSH. The full form of FSH is follicle stimulating hormone. This hormone is essential for the pubertal development and function of women's ovaries and men's testes. This hormone stimulates the growth of ovarian follicles in the ovary before the release of egg from one follicle. It also helps to control the menstrual cycle and stimulates the growth of the eggs in the ovaries. Then FSF. The full form of FSF is fibrin stabilizing factor. It is also known as factor 13 or factor XIII. This factor is a zymogen found from the blood of humans and some other animals. It is a key clotting factor in the coagulation cascade known for stabilizing the formation of a blood clot. Then GDP. The full form of GDP is guanosine diphosphate. Then GFR. The full form of GFR is glomerular filtration rate. It refers to the amount of blood filtrated by kidneys glomerulus per unit time. And by this test, we can check how well the kidneys are working. The test by which we can calculate the percentage of leukocyte in the blood is केउ टेस्ट द्वारा आमे ब्लड रे थिबा ल्यूकोसाइट को कैलकुलेट करिबा. Dear students, please give the correct answer of this question in the comment box.